Hi Achievers, warm greetings from Let's Achieve Together channel. Here I will help you to understand the complex and confusing topics in CBSE subjects of English, Science and Social. Sometimes in Tanglish way, Namma Vadila, so that it becomes easy for you to understand and enjoy your learning. யூஸ்வலாக வீட்டில் அம்மா சொல்லி கொடுங்க இது புரியல அது புரியலன்னு கேட்போம். ஸோ ஹியர் we have a channel to help you in that particular regard in order to make you understand those concepts with great ease and in most simpler and fun way. So please do share the video if you like, and also comment your ideas and the subjects or topics that are doubtful and pretty complex for you. I will be very happy to help you in this regard. Now today let's enter into the first video of the video on the lesson The Fun They Had. The Fun They Had by Sir Isaac Asimov. Sir Isaac Asimov, he is basically an American writer and a professor of biochemistry at Boston University. He is known for his science fiction based stories. He was the one who was considered to be the big three science fiction writers during his lifetime, along with the other two big three writers of the big three are Robert A. Helen and Arthur C. Clarke. He has written mysteries and fantasy-based stories of the non-fiction genre as well. The asteroid Asimov, a crater on the planet Mars, and 4 literary awards are named in his honor. Now let's start with the story on Fun They Had. This story was originally published in the year 1951 on 1st December, and it was reprinted in the year 1954 in a magazine named The Magazine of Fantasy and Science Fiction. We do remember our online classes during the COVID time, where some of the classes were really interesting. At times we had certain technological challenges as well during attending those classes. So it's just a kind of a reliving aspect, but if it becomes a permanent style of learning, how will it be? So that's the story all about. The whole story focuses on two eras. One digital era in which Tommy and Margie, the two main characters of the story, lives, and the other one is the current era where in which we live. So the author takes us to the future world of technology. Hence, the main theme of the story can be considered to be the technological advancement or transformation that can make our life simple but little challenging in terms of technical aspects. The characters are Margie, she's an 11-year-old girl who hates school because of the mechanical teacher and the continuous online classes. Tommy is a 13-year-old boy. Mrs. Jones, Margie's mother. We have the mechanical teacher, and we have the normal teacher, the human teacher, to teach as well. So the fun they had. The story starts in the technological advanced era in 2157 with a focus on Margie, a 11-year-old girl who writes in her diary that her friend Tommy found a real book. She mentioned it as a very old book, as the pages were yellow and crinkly, and also it was Tommy's grandfather's book. Tommy, a 13-year-old boy, a voracious reader, finds the book uninteresting because he points out that unlike his electronic ebooks, this book once read must be thrown out and cannot be saved in the database. Margie, pretty inquisitive about the book, inquires Tommy about the book, where he found the book. So as he was pretty busy reading, he just points out to the attic. Attic is a place just below the roof and above the house So place where we store all our old things. தமிழ்ல நம்ம வந்து பரன் சொல்லுவோம் இல்லைங்களா, அதுதான். And she further asks what is a book all about. He just replies as school. Margie then scornfully asks, school? What's there to write about school? I hate school. So scornful means without respect or worth, because she's not very happy with the school or on online classes, right? So that's why she points it out in a very scornful way. Elanama solradu. And the mechanical teacher also, the robot, never communicates with her in a very friendly way and always gives her test after test. So that's why she's not much happy with it as well. So once she couldn't perform well in the geography test. So her mother Jones, Mrs. Jones, became upset and went for the county inspector. A county inspector is nobody else than a licensed professional appointed by an organization to conduct an on-site inspection for a set of standard followed. So it's like தமிழ்ல நம்ம வந்து county அப்படின்னா it's like ஒரு மாகாணம் or மாவட்டம் or particular area. And inspector, you know, Ivalas is somebody who comes and checks on or inspects things. So where he came just with some tools and reduced the level of the teaching of the mechanical teachers range to an average 10-year-old child's level and left. But Margie actually wasn't very happy about it, because she expected the robot would be taken away permanently due to the fault. So when she said scornfully about the school to Tommy, he answered, but in a very lofty way, means in a very superior way, that it wasn't like their school, but it was supposed to be the old kind of a school, which was handled centuries ago. On listening to Tommy, Margie felt sad and read the book over his shoulders. So over his shoulders, actually if you could see that this particular concern of over his shoulders, it means that it is a phrase, and the phrase means that it's like reading somebody else's book, or they are somebody else's newspaper or magazine. That is what we called it as read the book over his shoulder. Okay, but Tommy immediately answered yes, it was a teacher, because he just pointed, she was just pointing out it's in a very much scornful way again. Anyway, there was a teacher. So Margie asked how a man could be a teacher, because Tommy had pointed out that the teacher was supposed to be a human being and not a mechanical teacher. For which Margie again, she scornfully asked, because she's not at all happy, she's highly irritated. Well, he just told boys and girls things and gave them homework. Is it, Tommy? Like that she points out. But Tommy just replies that his father knows everything better than his mechanical teacher as well, or almost like his mechanical teacher. So definitely humans can definitely teach in this regard. That's what he points out. Tommy screamed with laughter as when Margie asks, will the human teachers be as smart as mechanical teachers? And he would just point out that and also points out that Margie says that I wouldn't want a strange man in my house to teach me. So at that point of time, he just goes off screaming with a loud laughter. He pointed out teachers didn't teach at home, but rather children will have to go to a place with a special building called school and learn the same things as per their age. Margie continues to ask questions, but Tommy leaves saying, if you don't like to read the book, don't read the book. But she replies immediately, not like that. As she becomes pretty curious to learn more about those fun type of schools. So here you can see Tommy screamed with laughter. You don't know much, Margie. The teachers didn't live in house. They had a special building and all kids went there. So and all the kids learned the same thing. He just points out, and he points out that sure, if they were of the same age, then definitely they would have learned the same concern. Then she also points out that mother says teacher has to be adjusted to fit the mind of each boy and girl, and how is it possible for such things to happen? So, and she just gets along with, and she gets confused a bit as well. But here she gets an idea about yes, it's a school and something which is completely different from what she is undergoing right now. Meanwhile, her mother calls for her class and both leaves after planning to read the book together in the later hours of the day. In the last part of the lesson, we understand that she sits in front of the screen with the topic on the addition of proper fractions, where the mechanical teacher asked her to insert the homework in the punch code form. Margie did so with a sigh with a deep breath of relief, and continues the class with all her thoughts deeply immersed into the fun-filled old kind of schooling system of Tommy's grandfather, because she is much irritated with the mechanical teacher and she's longing to have some kind of a changeover. So that's the reason why she is pretty scornful about schooling, and moreover, she takes a deep breath of sigh in this regard regarding the old schooling system as well, thinking that what kind of fun that they had. Thank you, children. So hope you understood the lesson in detail. Tell me in the comment section which type of schooling would you like to follow. Is it the traditional kind of a schooling, or is it the modern type, which is the advanced Margie and Tommy's kind of schooling with the mechanical teacher in hand, or rather it's called as a robot?